Hi and welcome to this episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting out. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the lands and airwaves of Naarm where this conversation was recorded. Land which was never ceded. Land where communities came together to eat seasonally, locally and without exhausting resources. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and to any First Nations people listening today. Andrea Rigodanza is an Italian chef from Vicenza where he learnt how to cook in his family's restaurant. After a short apprenticeship in a 3 Michelin star restaurant, he decided to move to Sydney and eventually on to Melbourne. Andrea has been in Australia for more than 8 years and last year decided to start his own business, making handmade gnocchi for restaurants around Victoria. Initially, he did this as well as working full-time as an executive chef in a private restaurant in the city. But a couple of months ago, he left this role to focus on gnocchi by Rigo. He makes potato gnocchi, spinach gnocchi, gluten-free gnocchi, and he also plays around with some specials like spinach, beetroot, or pumpkin gnocchi. Andrea and I met at Sani in Brunswick, one of the restaurants cooking his gnocchi. We shared a gnocchi with osso bucco, which was delicious, and talked about Andrea's journey. We also talked about the history of gnocchi, as well as what's going on with tinned tomatoes and olive oil on a global front right now. It was so lovely to meet Andrea and to hear his story. Hello, how are you?
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Andrea. Joanna.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
of course. So nice.
Yeah, it's nice here, no? Have you ever been here?
I haven't. There's your gnocchi on the menu.
Yeah. It's one of the places that supplies my gnocchi, so...
So great.
Yeah.
How many places do you have?
Probably 25, 30?
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's all handmade.
Yeah.
So it's a big job.
Yeah.
Because I started last year while I was working. Alright, I was executive chef in a restaurant in the city.
Oh, where was that?
It's the private restaurant across the Supreme Court
Okay.
for judges and lawyers only.
Wow.
So I was the chef for them, and it was just Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
and just lunch and breakfast. So I had a lot of free time,
Yeah.
and like it was good because I was coming from like years of working hard. So like it's good to do 38 hours, be chill.
Sorry.
That's fine.
And swallowing properly.
But
Yeah.
after 6 months, I was like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I used to work like 56 hours a week,
that's
and now I'm
right.
like doing 38. So I started making gnocchi, and they were my first customer.
Okay.
And they have 3 cafes.
Okay.
So
Wow.
they have one close to my kitchen
Yeah.
in West Footscray, this one here, and one in Tura.
Okay. So now you've been able to move away from
My full-time job.
full-time job, and this is your full-time job.
Yes. So
Amazing.
I finished in April.
Thank you.
Sì, va benissimo, grazie. Sorry.
It's alright. It's great.
She's from the same town where I come from.
Is that right?
In Italy.
Which is where?
Vicenza.
Okay.
Where so it's around 50 kilometers from Venice.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay. So lots of seafood and.
Seafood, lot of seafood. We're just at the foot of like the Dolomites.
Okay.
So like we have the Dolomites at the back of the town. So it's
Yeah.
cold,
Yeah.
and there is the ocean like a 45 minutes drive.
Is it a small town?
It's in Italy it's considered small.
Okay.
It's around 150,000 people.
Yeah, well, that is pretty small. So that's really amazing to meet someone from your town.
It's
Did
crazy.
you know her over there? No?
Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And it happens quite often actually that I meet people here and it's like they're like from my same town. I met the other day a person is one of my customers. She has a cafe in Barwon Heads, and she's from like 20 minutes drive from my house in Italy.
Yeah.
Another one of the judges at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
She comes from like her house. It's 100 meters away from my family restaurant in Vicenza. So like she knows the restaurant. My family knows the restaurant that they own. It's such a small world.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so you grew up with food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
My family had a restaurant for like 35, 36 years. The restaurant is like 150 year old. It's been like from 1860.
Okay.
So it's been like 170 years.
Yeah.
Old
that's
restaurant.
amazing, isn't it? And I just feel like in Europe that's so possible, you know, that kind of longevity of an establishment. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, until I was 20, I've never cooked.
Oh.
Because like my family had a restaurant.
Okay. Oh yes, you didn't
So
need to.
I was
that's right.
eating there.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I just eat there. Don't have to worry about cooking ever.
And was it regional food or was it, what were they cooking?
Regional.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, so like, I started there when I was 21 because I wanted to. Like, I always loved cooking. Like, I never really had to do it. And when I was 20, one chef left my dad's restaurant, so I went to work there with my grandfather and my uncle and my auntie.
Yeah.
They are the kitchen team, and my mom, my cousin, my grandmother, and my dad. They're at the front of us. So I started working there, but because the food is very regional, it's like we were just doing stuff from the Veneto region. It's like very like kind of heavy food that's like, I don't know, like slow cooked meat, like all this nice stuff, but like it was very small. Like I couldn't cook many things.
Okay. There wasn't a diverse range of
exactly.
things. Yeah.
So I went to cooking school after doing that. So I did the opposite. I started working at my dad's restaurant, and after I was like, you know what, I need to learn more, and I went to cooking school after.
But I reckon that's good though, because then you kind of knew what you really needed to know as well.
That's
So
true.
You kind of had those basics.
That was really good because like I was ahead of all the ones in the school, so I already knew the basics.
Yeah.
And I could actually focus more on more important things at school, not having to worry about learning how to cut or stuff like that, because I already knew how to do it.
That's it.
So that was good.
Yeah.
And after that, with the school, I did apprenticeship in a 3 Michelin restaurant, 3 Michelin star restaurant in Padova. The Padova, it's like another city of the Veneto region. And I did there 3 months. Crazy. It was crazy. I was doing I was doing starting in the morning at 9 and finishing at 1-2 p.m. at night, like 15, 16 hours days.
And what were you doing there? What were you on a section?
Look, because I was good at pastas, because my family restaurant, I was working in pastas. I mostly worked at pastas under the chef there. So I was 22, so I was still like cook level. And and it was crazy.
I don't know how people can last beyond 3 months. I've just been watching. Everyone's watching The Bear, and
I haven't. I wanna watch it, but I haven't yet.
It's very stressful. It's hard to watch because it really replicates that stress of the kitchen. And I think I found season 1 hard to watch. Then season 2 was really beautiful. And had these quite quiet times where they went off with each character and they spent time with actual chefs. And season 3 hasn't had a good review, but it's got that real angst in it again, so it is hard to watch. But the last episode, they have all these actual chefs together talking, and it's amazing.
Okay, no, I haven't watched it yet. Everyone talks about it. Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus.
I think maybe chefs are saying, well, it's actually nothing like that. But I guess for an outsider looking in, it kind of seems to represent an angle of what it might be.
I've seen some short videos about the TV show. I think it depends what restaurant do you work in. I find here in Australia, thank God, the culture and hospitality is a lot better than the way it's in Europe.
Yeah.
It's like, in general, here chefs have a lifestyle, like a good work-life balance. Like they work there 40-45 hours, and also how do you say, the way people are treated here in Australia, it's a lot better than the way it's in Europe. So some parts of that movie, of the TV show, I saw them back when I was working in the Michelin star in Italy, extreme high pressure and it's
long
just
hours.
Crazy.
Not much pay.
No one was. I wasn't paid.
Oh, you weren't paid?
Nah. You don't get paid in Italy when you do apprenticeship.
Yeah. All right, because it was an apprenticeship. Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
it's I was doing 78, 90 hours a week, 40.
And did you learn
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah. What I've learned there in 3 months was like a lot, but also made me like don't really like fine dining.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's look, I think it's a great experience.
Yeah.
You learn a lot, but at the same time, it's like hard.
Yeah. So what did you do after that?
So after that, I came to Australia.
Oh, and what made you come here?
So I was applying for jobs all around the world, and a restaurant from Sydney contacted me saying, "Yeah, we're looking for a sous chef here." I wasn't a sous chef, but like I said, "Yeah, okay."
Oh, so you'd just done your apprenticeship,
Yeah.
and then
Well, you know, like it was an Italian restaurant, so the knowledge that you have as Italian in pasta cooking, it's pretty high anyway, even if you're not a chef.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, right, I can come. I have the experience, you know, lie a little bit.
So they hadn't met you.
No, he say you're hired. I made the visa. My family was like, oh my god, because like I was like staying home, living at home, and in 2 weeks I was away. And that was 2016, so it's nearly 9 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
And
Was it a culture shock when you arrived in Sydney? Did it feel different?
Yeah, it was weird because I came here in Australia by myself, of course,
Yeah.
and because it was very quick decision, I didn't do any research on how it was, how things were, and my English was very, very bad. Like most Italians, when they arrive here, like we have like the very basic level that we learned in Italy. It's pretty low, and it was like I couldn't talk for like months, and it was like pretty hard.
I also feel like lots of Italians, when they come here, they hang out with other Italians.
That's the problem.
And work in Italian restaurants.
That's exactly. That's what I did.
Yeah.
You hang out with Italians, you work in Italian restaurant because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's the easy choice. It's the easy choice. But after I met my girlfriend, and from there I started like learning and speaking English a lot better.
Yeah. Your English is very good.
Thanks. But the thing is, like, the first meal I cooked for her, like, she was a customer in the restaurant, and the first meal I cooked for her was gnocchi.
Oh.
So that's why I also like the gnocchi. So like, you know,
Cool.
learn from my grandmother, my mom, the restaurant of my family, for her, and it's something that we always used to make at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, kind of like I had this passion for gnocchi, and I started the business based on gnocchi. Yeah.
I love that. How many, like, are there different kinds of gnocchi?
I make any kind of variation,
Yeah.
mostly potato,
Yeah.
because they're vegan, and most restaurants are like, that's easier choice, safe for everyone. And but look, there's so many varieties of gnocchi. Like each region, because it's so different from like the landscape, the food that you can get, they have a different variety of making the gnocchi. Like from my region, it's classic potato gnocchi. Like from the mountains, you get maybe the ricotta ones.
Oh, yeah.
In Tuscany, you get the gnudi that are like ricotta spinach, and they're like shaped a different color, a different shape. In the south of Italy, like in Sicily, you get the cavatelli it's a pasta, but it's similar to a gnocchi because it's a dough of semolina and it's rolled like similar to the gnocchi.
Yeah.
In Sardinia, the gnocchetti sardi. So every region has its own variety of making the gnocchi.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like gnocchi, that now you think about gnocchi, what do you think? Soft,
Yes.
pillowy texture and everything. No, like gnocchi comes from the knuckle, because it's gnocca in Italian.
Oh.
Because before they discovered America, there was no potatoes in Europe. So the gnocchi were made with just flour and water, like the ones they make in Sardinia, and they were hard like a knuckle. So that's why they were called gnocchi, because they are hard as a knuckle. And after they developed with the potato and stuff, and they became soft.
I wonder why they started to put? Why did they start to put the potato in? Just experimenting and
probably
then it worked.
probably.
Isn't it interesting though? Because sometimes people complain about innovation and the original's always better, but not always.
In this case, not. In case, improved a lot.
And what about the different sauces that go with gnocchi? Is that regional as well?
As well.
Yeah.
As well, because like in the south it's warmer. In the north it's cooler.
Yeah.
So like in the north it's very easy to find like a slow cooked meat, like an osso bucco, or like something heavy with like butter, a lot of cheese, because it's cold. So you want something that actually gives you energy and keeps you warm. But in the south, for example, it's a lot more like fresh with like a lot of fresh vegetables. Think like the gnocchi sorrentina from Naples that are like with tomato, mozzarella di bufala and basil. Like a lot of seafood from Sicily. So yeah, it's...
Yeah, right.
And now it's a bit everything.
Yeah.
Now gnocchi becomes like a pasta shape and you just make it with whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, because I lived for a year in the south of France, I always say this, but I feel
Where
like
about?
Nice? Near Avignon, so Châteauneuf,
Okay.
so between Saint-Rémy-de-Provence and Avignon.
Yeah.
And the town I lived in was very agricultural rather than cultural.
Okay.
So there were a lot of market gardens. They had a big marché d'intérêt national, so they were selling to supermarkets from Spain and Italy and all that kind of stuff. The produce was amazing, but I feel like kids in France and Italy, maybe Italy, but they just have gnocchi or spaghetti or pasta with just butter and parmesan.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't really do that here, and I think it's so delicious though.
Yeah. Look,
So if you've got a really good quality gnocchi, would they do it just with butter and parmesan as well?
they would like... Look, I like a bit more sauce. So like my dad, he would like 2-3 times a week eat just plain pasta with butter and cheese.
Yeah.
And as a kid, I was like, "What is that? Like, I want a proper meal."
Oh, I see.
I was very picky as a kid. But yeah, look, it's very common because if you have good ingredients,
It's true.
a good cheese, a good butter, a good pasta, you don't need to overcomplicate it.
Enjoy.
Do you want to get a gnocchi to share?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want something else?
No, that's fine.
No, just the gnocchi. That's it.
Thank you. No, I'd love to try it.
Yeah, as well, because I want to see how they make them with my sauce, with their sauce and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also bucco. Who did I go recently? Oh, that's right. When I went to speak to Diana De Sensi at St George in St Kilda, and we'd already ordered quite a lot of food, and then she sent out pasta as well with osso bucco,
really?
and it was just like so delicious.
Yeah, yeah, so full.
So full.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
But very lucky to have things sent out. But yeah.
So how come you started this conversation with the chef?
I had a friend in Christchurch who was a chef, so I'm from New Zealand, and I moved here in 2011. And a long time ago, when I did a PhD in medieval French literature, which doesn't help the world at all, but I'm a French teacher. But when I was finishing off my doctorate, I worked in a restaurant, and I met Nikki, and she'd worked in London and Australia, and we would hang out, but she would talk about food and about the hospitality industry, and I found it really fascinating, and I just thought, we talk so much about food, and everyone takes photos of food, but it'd be great to get the backstory. Thank you.
Thanks, that's it.
So I always thought, one day I'm going to do something called Conversation with a Chef, and I didn't really know what that was. And then when I moved to Melbourne, I think when you move to a new big city, and I didn't know anyone here except my brother when I first moved here, kind of have free reign, like I'll just do what I want to do. If I want to be a writer, I'll be a writer. So obviously still a French teacher, but then I started writing for this community newspaper, The North Sider, and they made me the food editor because it was just voluntary. And then I just made my own column, Conversation with a Chef, and every month I'd talk to a chef. And then the editor said, it's actually a good idea. Why don't you should make a website? And then I used to just, so I've actually done over 300 conversations, but I didn't start podcasting until, maybe 2016. So,
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while,
That's 8 years.
Yeah.
That's a good...
It's just it's obviously a side thing, a full-time French teacher, but I love it because I think now more than ever, my hope for it is that it's about celebrating hospitality, I think. And I'm really happy to talk with people if they want to talk about the downside of it. I'm happy to talk about anything, but also, it's just nice to highlight people that are doing what they're passionate about.
But it's also something that is like, people that don't work in hospitality don't really have an idea of what goes behind the kitchen, what happens. Like you watch the TV show The Bear, and like you're like, that's crazy. And for some people, it's like a shock. It's like, nah, that's not possible. But like a lot of places, it's like that, and it's like
and that concern as well. I mean, it must be hard in this current climate. I don't know how. I mean, it's great if people can still love what they're doing. But they've also got, especially if you're a head chef or you're an owner, to be worrying about all the bills and the paying staff properly, and even if you're using great produce from Gippsland, what if the harvest isn't as good, or what do you? I've heard that winter is quite hard for vegetables, so if you're relying on that to change your menu seasonally, lots of challenges. So
it's a lot of thinking, a lot of work. Like for example, something simple like tomatoes. The price of tomatoes, talking about tin canned tomatoes, went up a lot over the past couple of years. So it was a lot cheaper a couple of years ago, and now it's getting more expensive. Like for me, like for example, I'm still making like a baked gnocchi as a take-home meal. So it's gnocchi with sauce, cheese that you just put in the oven, and because I'm a producer, like I need to make the label, the percentage made in Australia, all those things. And like 2-3 months ago, I print like all my labels, and my supplier of tomato was like, we can't get it anymore from Italy. So I had to redo all my labels. I had to throw them away, the one I had, and make all new labels with the new details and stuff. And it was like, it's hard. It's hard. Like olive oil at the moment.
I was just going to ask you about olive oil.
Olive oil.
What's happening with olive oil? It feels like there's like whole black market stuff.
Look, the problem is, I'm not super knowledgeable, but like it's happening in Europe. They had a really bad like harvest for the weather, and same here in Australia. So like the amount that it produces is so low that and the request is so high that they can just pump up the price, and people still need olive oil. Imagine like just an Italian restaurant, like how much olive oil you go through. Like in some restaurants we were going to like 20 liters tin a week. And it's like you were buying the oil like bulk for like $200, and now it's like $300, $350.
Wow, that's it.
And it's like,
So how did you? It's all well and good that you are a chef and you make gnocchi, but you had to do all the business side of things as well. And did you have to? So you've got a kitchen that you work out of.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and then how do you start a business?
I think it's like it's not really easy. It's not impossible. I made it. If I'm came from another country, and I managed to make it. In Australia, it's pretty easy. Bureaucracy is pretty simple, and in Italy, it would be like nearly impossible to do what I did here. But like for a kitchen like mine, a production business, you need, of course, all the council regulations, get the license from them, open your company, get the spot. Because I'm a producer, like I'm a manufacturer, I need to get like a specific documents from like a food expert that comes there and does like a kind of a booklet of rules that I have to follow. It's the only probably expensive thing of starting a manufacturing business. And look, I think the most difficult thing is finding customers. Because starting, it's not that difficult. It's more like getting out there. People knowing you. And also in this climate at the moment, people are trying to save money.
Of course.
So, like maybe when I started, I find it easier to find customers last year than this year, for example. Because restaurants were still quite busy. So they were happy to buy. Because gnocchi, it's not something difficult. Like it's something that most Italians can make. It's just time consuming, and maybe not easy to get a consistent product in a kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, there's always like 5-6 chefs in a kitchen. Everyone makes it. They're never the same. And you know, like when restaurants were very busy, it was like, yeah, I outsourced that so the chefs can focus on something else. But now they have the same chefs. It's less busy, so they don't have to make as much of preparation. Yeah. So they have the time to make the gnocchi as well. So yeah, but look, I find myself to do everything. I'm doing the deliveries.
Yeah.
I'm making the gnocchi.
Doing social media. Amazing.
No, I'm not social media.
Oh,
that's the only thing I don't do.
But your videos are great.
Oh, thank you.
That brisket one.
It was good, no?
It's so good.
It was good. It's really nice. Really nice. That's my girlfriend.
Brilliant.
She does all the social media, website. That's her expertise. Eating and doing that.
Yeah, and I thought, but that's another aspect, isn't it? You do kind
Absolutely.
of need to do the social media game.
You have to.
And tell a story.
Yeah, it's... Look, why would someone buy my gnocchi instead buy them from someone else? Because they're handmade, they are made from like an Italian that knows how to make them, and it's like, you know,
and
artisan.
Is it in delis and stuff as well?
Look, I sell it to a couple of delis. I mostly do wholesale to restaurants.
Okay.
Mostly restaurants.
But the take-home bake one, where do people, is that restaurants as well?
So, directly from me.
Okay.
So usually what I do, I just do deliveries. Like on the weekend, I just do deliveries around Melbourne for the gnocchi.
So how much gnocchi do you make in a day?
Look,
what's the process?
So yesterday I did my record in gnocchi making. So in one day I made 110 kilos by hand.
What?
Yeah.
How long does that take? 110 kilos?
Yeah. It took me 6 hours. Around 10 kilos every half an hour.
How many gnocchi in a kilo?
I'd say each gnocchi is 8-10 grams. So it could be 100 gnocchi in 1 kilo. So it's a lot of gnocchi.
Wow.
Look, cook the potatoes, mash them, make the dough, and after I start rolling them, I blanch them. So like they don't break and they're easy for like restaurants to manage and work with. I portion them, and after I just do the deliveries.
Yeah.
So like what I would do, like yesterday I made the gnocchi, and today I did the deliveries before coming here.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's all handmade. So that's the thing. It takes time, and also it's difficult to train someone not to make gnocchi, because to make gnocchi is pretty simple. Like I do classes.
Oh, good.
So every month I do classes. So I see people that come there, they never made gnocchi before, and they can actually make them. It's more about making a quantity that it's like, you know, like you need to make it. Yeah, you need to make it like kilos and kilos. Like, so yeah, it's the hard part.
And to cook gnocchi, what's the best way? Because do you
boil them?
What about the
Absolutely.
pan frying that people do?
I love pan fry.
Yeah.
I never done it. I've never seen it in Italy.
No.
And when I came here, I was like, what is this? Never seen it before. And I really love it. But you still need to boil them
So
before.
you boil it first,
Yeah, you need to cook the flour.
Yeah.
The potatoes are already cooked.
Yeah.
But you need to cook the flour before, otherwise it's starchy and not really the best. But yeah,
Amazing.
it's
So did you dream of, were you still sort of last night making gnocchi in your sleep?
No, I don't eat gnocchi anymore. I can't stand gnocchi anymore. That's the negative.
Yeah.
Even my girlfriend, it was like something we were making like once every couple of weeks, so it was like special. Now it's like gnocchi every day. It's like, please stop gnocchi. Yeah, it's.
But you don't regret making a decision to go into gnocchi?
No, look, I still enjoy it.
And clearly you're still doing some cooking for yourself, you know, like the brisket and that kind of thing, because you must still want to make other things.
I enjoy cooking more now.
Oh.
I don't do it too much because I'm busy. But like, you know, the thing with chefs, most chefs, they work all day in a kitchen, they cook all day, they get home, they don't want to cook.
There we go.
Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. Wow.
Enjoy.
Grazie.
Thank you.
Haven't even tried yet.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Andrea Rigodanza from Gnocchi by Rigo. If you liked what you heard, you can jump on his Instagram at Gnocchi by Rigo. That's GNOCCHIBYRIGO. You can see all the delicious food that he is putting up, as well as some fun videos of him cooking. You could also jump on his website and order some gnocchi. I myself have got some to eat tonight. Can't wait. Or check out the classes and events that he puts on. That website is www.byrigo.com.au. If you'd like to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read the chat and become a subscriber at www.conversationwithachef.com. And of course, you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts. Even give me 5 stars. That'd be amazing. I would love it if you told a friend about my chats, because that's still the best way to get stories out there. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day and bon appetit.